Hey, everybody, you found us. This is the All Meat, Hold the Anchovies podcast.
Welcome, David. I haven't talked to you in, golly, a week or more?
It feels longer because I was trying to think of when the last time we talked I was waiting for you to dial me, and I was like, it feels like it's been weeks.
Yeah. I think it has, because we didn't even record an episode last week.
Did the world come to an end? I don't think so.
I don't know how many people noticed. I noticed, and that's important.
That's right.
Oh, man, I was watching something the other day. Golly, I wish I knew what it was, but the person said, no, it was Harrison Ford. I wasn't watching him, but I heard that Harrison Ford has never watched the Star Wars movies that he was in.
Really?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I have no idea.
And I think he said something like I was in them or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember whoever said this to me, I thought, well, that's David's whole attitude. I'm not going to listen. I'm in it.
Sounds like a very smart man.
Yeah, I was there. Of course,
Yep.
That may not be true. I just don't know.
You might be just making it up. You never know.
Yep. Have I told you how I got my PS5? I finally got one.
I didn't know you had one.
Yes. That means I haven't told you.
The last thing we heard was you tried shopping with 5 computers and got knocked off.
That is correct. So then I started following, I think, 2 accounts on Twitter. And I don't ever get on Twitter, but I still had an account. Mm-hmm. So I followed them. And now that I have my PS5, I will get off Twitter again because, ugh. But anyway, about all social media, pretty much. But anyway, so I get a notification on, I don't remember what day it was, at 12:30 in the afternoon. This place is selling PS5s. They're a big bundle. So I went online. I went there. It's a huge bundle, cost a fortune. And I thought, yeah, but I don't know when I'm going to get another one. Maybe I can sell the stuff I'm not going to get. Anyway, so I bought it. Right. So I had this.
How much was it above the price you were looking at before, roughly?
Okay. Retail for a digital only is $399. Okay. Mm-hmm. Retail for the disc version has a, disc on it, disc drive, is $499. PlayStation has a bundle that has a game in it that's $549. Okay, mm-hmm. $549 is an existing game bundle. This place had that $549 bundle plus a baseball game, a controller, and a controller charger for $800, $799. So I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I've been wanting to pay PlayStation. Anyway, long story short, I bought it. Okay. That night, this was last Wednesday. Okay, this was Wednesday a week ago. So that night, I'm at home eating, and I get a message. Sony has opened the store, and they're selling them. So I jumped on, because Sony's going to sell them for retail, and all they had were the disc versions. Mm-hmm. With, well, let me back up. The one I saw whenever I got on the site was the disc version bundle with the Horizon game, so it was $549. Well, I didn't, and I searched over to the right. They didn't have just the disc version without the bundle and everything like that, and I didn't bother to scroll down to see if anything else. There may have been a digital version available, but I don't know. So I ended up getting the disc version with the game for $549. So now I've got 2 PS5s coming, right? And I've spent a lot of money.
So, Connie, I've spent like $1,300, but I got the game twice. So we're in good shape. I got one for you.
Yeah, I got a PS5 for you. So Timothy, my youngest, has been wanting a PS5, right? Mm-hmm. Just hasn't had the money to do it. He has a new job now, And I think he has the money to do it, or he's like me when I was his age and doesn't, but's doing it anyway. And I was texting him and I said, yeah, I got 2 PS5s coming. And he goes, you're lying. You're lying. No way. And so I told him about the day and what was going on. And I said, I'm going to return the $800 one. And he goes, no, you're not! Exclamation point.
Yes.
And make a long story short, he bought that from me for same price I bought it. And I shipped it to him. So he has it now. So I have the one I have, set it up. I've been playing it like crazy. And then Timothy has the other one.
All right. So since we're talking about your purchasing, is there an update to the toaster story?
I bought the red Oster toaster.
Yes. What'd she say?
Well, my decision, I already figured out where I was going to put it when I wasn't using it, which is very convenient because the outside of the toaster does not get hot, right? Just if you stick your hand in there, it's hot.
Yeah.
But
That's
I mean,
the
you
idea.
can be done with your toaster, wrap the cord around it and stick it wherever you're going to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to hurt anything. So, but I wanted to leave it out until she noticed it. So I'm at home. She comes in from work and she said, why did you buy a toaster?
That sounds
that's
exactly
not,
like what she would
yeah.
say. That exactly
Yeah.
sounds like what she would say.
That's not staying on the counter. And I go, I know that. And she was like, ready. But I was ready. And I said, just like you, well, I said, I'm just going to put it in the pantry whenever we're not using it. And I could tell she was going to say something. And I said, just like the quesadilla maker and the blender and the deep fryer and the steam thing, all those. And she just kind of went, okay.
No further questions, Your Honor.
That's right. I dropped the mic.
You dropped the gavel.
Yeah. And then she's like, well, why didn't you get a toaster oven? What? I'm like, you hate toaster ovens because they take so much space on the counter. You hate toaster ovens. We've never had a bread slice toaster in our lives since we've been married. We've always had toaster ovens. I've never liked them very much.
See, we started with toaster ovens. I think a lot of people I think we got one for our wedding gift. But we love toasters.
Yeah.
Because the best thing in the morning with the egg sandwich is medium toasted bread. Not char grilled bread and not lightly toasted, but like just enough brown on the bread so that it's got a little crunch so that when the egg breaks, it doesn't tear the bread. Yeah. It just soaks the bread.
I did that the other day. I decided, you know what? I'm going to make first of all, I've got to stop buying Thomas muffins or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
English muffins. Is that what they are?
Yeah.
I've got to stop buying them. Or I should say I got to stop using them for everything. Because it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's basically 12 slices of bread for $3.15.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I need to start using regular bread. But like for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I've been using those things for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's an expensive peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, but the jelly gets in all those holes.
Oh, man, that's what's so good about those, Thomas.
It becomes a jelly-filled English muffin.
Oh, and then whenever you put the peanut butter on the hot Thomas muffin after it's come out of the toaster, and it just kind of melts into the Anyway, I'm gonna force myself to only use Thomas muffins for breakfasts, and either it'll be butter with strawberry preserves, because you got to get preserves. Jelly and jam is just got to get preserves. You can get the real strawberries in there, and or butter, egg, and maybe some strawberry preserve. But the other morning, instead of doing a scrambled egg on it, not really scrambled, but omelet looking thing, I just did an over easy egg.
Yeah.
And I put it on the muffin on top of the provolone, Colby Jack cheese and the butter and everything. I stuck it on there, pushed down on it, and the yolk goes. It was wonderful. Raw egg.
Nice.
I don't mind the raw yolk. I don't like the raw white stuff though.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm in love with my toaster, and I don't guess I'm in love with my toaster, but I'm enjoying having toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I've been cooking in my new green pan, which I got for Father's Day, which is about a tenth of the cost of that more expensive package that you look at. It's like an $85 pan.
Yeah. We haven't talked since Father's Day.
And it's that's one of the gifts I got was my green pan, because I put it in the Amazon cart and then didn't go back to Amazon for a little while, figuring they'd figure it out, and they did. They're smart kids. But I love it. It's a wonderful pan, and I'm being very careful not to touch it with cold water when you finish. Let it sit in the room for a while. But they said that, but this is one of those that even says that it gets hot quick, and it does. But it's I did an omelet in it. It's so wonderful. But so last week.
Wait, Father's Day? Are you talking about Father's Day still?
Yeah. No. Father's Day was before then. Yeah.
Oh, well, let me tell you what happened for Father's Day, and then you can go to last week. So I was out of town for Father's Day. I was over at Joshua and Emily's and Evelyn and Valor's, right, house. And so I wasn't at our church on Sunday morning for Valentine's Day. Sorry. For Father's Day.
Yes.
Totally different.
You feel so loved on Father's Day that you thought it was Valentine's Day.
So what I didn't know was going on was all the women in our small group at church had bought their husband the exact same shirt.
Oh my gosh. And I told him to wear it that Sunday.
And none of them knew it. They gave them to him on that Sunday morning and said, you got to wear your shirt on Sunday morning to show it off. There was a couple husbands that were like, I really don't want to wear this shirt. And they got the kids to put the guilt trip on them. So they wore the shirt. They all show up to group one at a time, and they're all like, oh, man, every single guy in the group is wearing this shirt.
That's great. Right? That's awesome.
It was hilarious. And then they all sat together during the service. And I was like, well, I wasn't there. And Connie forgot the shirt. So whenever we got home that night, on that Sunday night, she said, well, I'm going to give you your Father's Day present. I said, okay. And so I open it up, and there's this nice shirt, right? And she said, well, I'm going to take a picture of you in it. I'm like, this is awkward. You don't normally do this. You don't normally take pictures of me in my new clothes. What is going on here?
I do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, I was getting suspicious. So I posed and tried to make it look right, because I don't like these kind of shirts. They're the collared shirts, that the knit shirts that just have like the 3 buttons up here, and then I don't like the way
like
they lay.
Like a polo shirt?
Yeah.
Well, I don't wear polo shirts much anymore.
I hate the way they lay on me. They just kind of reveal all there is to reveal.
They're shape revealing. Yes.
Yes, and I'm not a big fan of that. So, anyway, so then she shows me the picture and tells me about what happened for Father's Day. So, anyway, all right. So cool. What happened?
Well, the rest of my Father's Day, I got these neat cooking pins, and they're pins that you wrap food like in bacon, and then it's a pin that you can stick in the end of the bacon and grill with the pin in there. And it's really cool. They're washable pins. They're like a unique plastic material. They don't.
So it's kind of like a kebab thing, but short, but smaller.
Yeah, like a wrap thing. That was pretty cool. Oh gosh, I hate to say I forget what else I got, but anyway.
Oh, I didn't get anything else.
Leading up to cooking, last weekend was a weekend I don't want to repeat, but it was 2 events that I really enjoyed.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
I had a catering job last Saturday, which I shopped for 3 weeks, because my co-chef is a smoker, so he was going to smoke the pork butts for the.
I thought you.
I know what you meant. People always look at me funny when I say that.
I was like, okay, so that's going to make the meat taste bad if he's smoking around it.
He's got one of the green eggs, and he loves to do it. But I wanted to make it convenient for him. I'm like, are you busy any certain weekend or day? Because I want you to be able to do this and not be rushed. So he did it 2 weeks early. So I actually shopped for 3 weeks and had to shop last to get the freshest stuff. So we cooked Friday, cooked Saturday from 9 to 5, served about 75, 80 people. It went great. The groom kept asking me, how much do you usually get for this? And I said, I don't. I do it for friends, People just give me what they feel comfortable giving me. And
but it's worth $1,000.
If I were doing it professionally, I would have charged at least $1,000. The guy at work told me, he said you should have charged $1,500.
Oh, okay.
But they did give us a gift, and I don't want to say how much because it was I don't know who listens, but that's very generous to me to give that to friends who just.
Was there a K behind that or just the number?
Just the number.
Okay.
And I split that. I gave Robbie some of it. I gave Gracie some because she came and helped serve, and that was fun. But the thing was,
did it cover your costs?
Oh no, he had $1,000 in food. That was he gave me money for that up front. Like $900. That was just for us.
That was just for what you were doing.
That's why it was so generous. Yeah. Right. So anyway, I shopped and cooked. Meanwhile, we had a party Sunday night for Davis's graduation party.
Yes.
Because it's so interesting watching him and listening to him get older, as in, well, I don't want to have a party the weekend of my graduation because everybody else is having their party. I need to go to their parties.
Wait, we've talked about this.
Yeah. So we had his party this past Sunday night.
Okay.
Just had it.
Yeah.
And that was really good, but we had to clean the house, had to do yard work.
Ugh.
So needless to say,
I like yard work.
I was spent. But I made Tian. I think that's how you say it. Tian. And it doesn't sound familiar because you probably never heard of it. I never heard of it because I thought it was called ratatouille.
Oh, but wait. Yeah, you said you were making ratatouille.
Turns out, if you remember the movie, the dish that the little rat made was the slice. It's a squash, zucchini, eggplant, and tomatoes sliced. And you just fold them around like cards. And there's other stuff that goes underneath it on top. And that dish is not ratatouille.
Okay.
That dish is called Tian. Tian.
Wait, the movie lied to us?
No, kinda, yeah. Oh. Because ratatouille is what the critic was eating when he was a child, which is a soup with all those vegetables in it.
Okay.
But what the rat made was a more professional cuisine version of ratatouille, and it's TIA, and it's called Tian or something. But I made that for graduation. And I took a picture of the raw dish, and I sent it to a couple guys at church that I cook with. And I said, the before picture. And I forgot at the end because one guy said, where's the after picture? Two other guys came to the party. One was out of town. He said, where's the after? I said, well, the after is an empty pan. They destroyed it. And it's actually pretty good. I'm not a big eggplant squash eater, but with all the stuff I added to it, had marinara on the bottom and stuff. It was really, really good. Really good dish. We also had, oh gosh, I can't think of it now. A Philippine lady made some, not egg rolls, but the, I'm ruining this whole moment by not knowing what it's called, but it's like Philippine egg rolls.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, it was really good. We must have had 50 people over here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the temperature went up to about 75 in the house, so it got a little warm. The flies were out, but it was really good, really, really good. And so that was tiring. It's neat, but it's like, all right, buddy, you're out of school, you can drive, you got a car, go get a job. And he's got a friend coming this month. So while we're out of town this coming week, he doesn't have to worry about it. And then his friend's here for a week, and then we go south the week right after his friend leaves, and that's when I want him to start working.
Oh, whenever y'all come here?
Yeah, as soon as we leave for there, we want him to start working then.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Speaking of kids, go ahead.
We're going back to Pennsylvania in 3-4 days. We're leaving Tuesday to go back to Sight and Sound for the week, 3 days. Taking the music ministry this time. Looking forward to it very much because now I've had people at work tell me, "Well, have you ever tried this place?"
Yeah.
And they're giving me all these food places to go, and I'm like, that's why I travel.
Yeah.
I like seeing stuff. I like hearing stuff. I love Sight and Sound. I said, but I travel for food. I want stuff that I can't get at home.
I could go to the Grand Canyon, or I can go to this Diners, Drive-In, and Dives place.
There you go. Speaking of which, real quick, so we had pulled pork sliders with melted butter on top. It was toasted. We heated them up before we put them in. Robbie did it, and I used the Kinder sugar-free barbecue sauce. It's a vinegar-based barbecue sauce. I used that with the thing, but I wanted to make another sauce to go with it. It's Triple D, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Yeah. Had a show about a place in Alaska. The guy makes his own mustard barbecue sauce.
Really?
And I copied it. And people told me I should bottle and sell it.
And you said it's not mine.
Yeah, it's not mine. It's a copy. But I'll be glad to let you. But I ended up giving a bottle to a friend of mine because He didn't get to go to the wedding, but he tried it and he's put it on everything. And it's just, I just enjoy that. I made a homemade ranch dressing. I made a creamy cilantro dressing. Love making homemade stuff.
I like mustard barbecue.
I got the bottle. Maybe I'll bring it next week.
I think that's what Chick-fil-A puts on their
barbecue sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, on their grilled chicken club. They have that barbecue sauce.
That's funny because my mom gave me some chicken salad because my mom lives by herself. So whenever she goes to Sam's or the Costco, the big place, she keeps about a third of it and gives the rest away. So she gave me some croissants and made chicken salad with grapes and mayo and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was at work and we have a guy whose wife works at Chick-fil-A. So he just brings in condiments and just throws them up on the counter. Tell me about it.
It's illegal.
So no, leftover after he didn't use them.
So
no. She didn't take them home.
I'd like 10 honey mustards, please.
Yeah, really. What are you gonna use them on? Nothing. I just need 10 honey mustards. So
just in case.
So I had mayonnaise. I added mayonnaise to it because nobody ever puts enough mayonnaise in chicken salad for me. But on each bite, I had the honey barbecue sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
On each bite, and it was so good.
Oh, it's honey barbecue. It's not
a honey
mustard
barbecue. Well, no, they have a Chick-fil-A sauce. It's like a mustard mayonnaise mix.
Okay. But you should make your mustard barbecue sauce.
I've made the Chick-fil-A sauce before. I've made that too for a wedding.
In fact, when y'all are here, I was thinking we would have kind of a cookout with our neighbors, and you can cook.
What are you going to buy?
I don't know. We'll decide, and we'll tell our neighbors. We'll tell our neighbors, hey, we're having a cookout. My best friend can cook, unlike me last year when I didn't do very well. So anyway. Oh, I'm
done.
Well, speaking of, I knew you were done, or I wouldn't have gone on. Nathan and Taylor are coming up the weekend of the 3rd. So that's this weekend. No, next weekend. This weekend when you're listening to this.
I was about to say, this weekend's the 3rd.
Yeah. Wait, this week? No, this week.
July 4th is Monday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, they're coming Sunday night. Right. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so Nathan and Taylor are coming in Sunday night. And our church, we combine with our other 2 campuses. We have 3 campuses. And we combine with them with the North Campus, which they're the ones that really put it on, but we all help. Yeah. And it's called Food Trucks and Fireworks.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of food trucks there. It's free. You don't have to pay to get in. You do got to pay to eat from the food trucks.
Yeah.
It's about 2.5, 3 hours of fun. The last 45 minutes, David, is the fireworks show. 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. This thing is rocking. I'm telling you, I think I've already told you, best fireworks show I've ever seen, except for the one in Memphis. Kind of reminded me of that. But anyway, so they're going to show up for that after Nathan gets off work. And then they're going to spend the night, of course, probably in the room with the 55-inch TV in it. And then they're leaving Monday after we cook out and play some cornhole and stuff like that. Nice. I will not be throwing a cornhole bag on my wife. That was a bad experience. So.
I bet it was.
So I have 2 more things to tell you, David.
Please.
Do you have anything? I don't want to just.
Oh yeah, I got one other thing.
All right. Well, let me tell you a short one, and then you can tell me your one other thing. So, golly. Okay. Do you want to hear about another supernatural, possibly type of thing, or do you want to hear about a heating pad in bed?
Oh, let's do the heating pad and save the supernatural for the next podcast.
No, supernatural will be after whatever you say. After your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to split it with yours. It's like an Oreo cookie. I'm the first wafer. You're the nice creamy middle, and I'm the second wafer. There you go. So what?
Go ahead. I'll tell you in a minute.
So it's a double stuff, perhaps a triple stuff Oreo cookie.
You know what? Double stuffs are not double stuffs anymore.
No, they're not.
Oh my gosh, that's so
It is frustrating. I know.
But didn't they make a super stuff now?
Yeah, but it's too much.
It's kind of gross. Yeah, I tried that. It's not good.
It's really gross. It's like you take anyway.
This episode is not sponsored by Oreos. I'll tell you that right now.
No, but I would eat some. Anyway, so I have done something to my back, or I perhaps have a pinched nerve. I may have a pinched nerve.
This is why we didn't podcast last week.
Yes, it hurts so incredibly badly, so incredibly bad. I don't know which one to use there, and but it comes and goes, and it only hurts. Like I can feel it, and it hurts. But when I walk on my right leg, it hurts really bad. Right? I went to the doctor on Monday. She gave me some muscle relaxers and some pain medicine, some anti-swelling stuff, and I've been doing that in case it was muscle related, and it's really not helping. The other night it hurt so badly that I got our heating pad and I put it under my lower back in bed. Okay. And you're not supposed to do that, but I did it anyway. So, and it has a 2-hour timer on it where it'll automatically shut off. Right.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to have a heating pad on your body for 2 hours anyway.
I know, but for safety reasons, it does go off after 2 hours. After I'm sufficiently cooked, right? But anyway, so I put it under there and it got really hot. So I moved it. Connie wasn't home because she was at a wedding. So I just moved it over to the side. I turned it off and moved it over to the side. So I wake up a little later in the night and I'm like, oh, my back hurts. So I reach over and I turn on the heating pad. And I'm laying there. It's like, man, it's not working. What is wrong with this heating pad? I want to give it some more time. I'm sitting there. And then I finally go, I must not have it situated right. And I go, and I hadn't even put it under me. It was over on the other side of the bed.
Probably on fire because it was so hot.
There was a fire going and I didn't notice it. But no, and I was like, oh, you idiot. So I got it and I put it underneath me, and so that was just a funny thing that happened that I wanted to share with you. I, immediately said, remind me tomorrow at 8:30 to tell David about the heating pad incident. All right, but I want to hear what it is that you have brought to the table, and then I have one last thing that's really starting to bug me.
So there once was a tree in Arizona. There's one tree.
Okay.
In Arizona.
Yeah.
And last Sunday night, when everybody had left, and it was great, and even if anybody that came to the party is listening, all you people that hung out, just hung around and chatted, it made it wonderful. So we're glad you stayed anyway. But it was like 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Terry and I are actually on the couch, which we don't normally sit on the couch, or I was on the couch, but we're debriefing ourselves, deflating, coming down from all the work for the last 3 days.
Deflating.
Yes, debriefing to talk about what's going on this week. Please tell me nothing. So, and I think it was actually Bible school, or maybe she just finished Bible school. I don't know. But anyway,
my favorite though is deflating.
That's me.
It's like you're sitting there.
Have you ever felt that? You've never felt that way sometimes? I come home from work sometimes after a busy day, and I sit in the chair and I feel like all I'm doing is sinking in the chair, but I feel like I'm deflating.
Yeah.
All the stuff that went on during the day, and it feels good. So, so we start getting, our phone starts lighting up, and I did forget to call Bailey during the party so she could see it, but I think we sent pictures. We get a picture of Bailey's car. Now, Bailey's been in Arizona for a year.
Yeah.
She left early last summer, and bought a car right before she left.
Okay.
It was a Honda. It's not the CRV, but it's not
HRV.
HRV? Yeah, it's like a little SUV, but it's a little bit bigger than a car, but smaller than an SUV. Or sorry,
yeah, it's the HRV. Yeah.
Neat little car, wonderful car, and so it's her baby. She's got her golden doodle and her car. Those are her kids.
What did she name her car?
Oh gosh, I don't know. And she does name her cars.
Yeah, I don't name my cars. Do you name your cars?
No, my kids name my cars.
Oh, what are your cars named?
I'm gonna have to find out because they named my car the truck was Bumblebee.
Well, yeah,
because it was golden. Yellow,
not very original, but
no, they called my mom's CRV that we bought. They called it Meredith, and they called I forget what they called the Echo or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The burp. But anyway, we started getting pictures of her car, and the one tree in Arizona fell on top of her car.
Wait. She didn't run into the tree.
She's inside cooking dinner. She's in her apartment cooking dinner.
Parked under the only tree in Arizona.
And they had about a 15 to 20 minute storm. And then she hears a loud crash. Bang.
Oh, man.
And she's like, that sounded like it came near my car. She looks outside, and she's parked in the first slot of the row of cars. There's a row. Otherwise, she's backed in, which is how I taught her to park. And she always thanks me for that, because less accidents happen in parking lots when you back into a parking spot.
Okay.
Or you pull through to the second spot. But 99% of accidents in parking lots happen because you're backing out. So anyway, and that was from a company I used to work for. She sends us pictures. The tree's big. It's huge. And it fell right on the top center of her car and rolled off. In fact, I can send you a picture.
Wow.
And didn't break any of the windows on the sides or the front or the back, but the sunroof is destroyed. The roof is dented. The whole car is probably, from the weight.
So it was in front of the car then, right? And it fell down like over the hood, over the windshield to the roof? To the sunroof?
I'm gonna show you.
Did the windshield break?
No, I don't think anything broke.
How does a huge tree fall on your car and no windows break?
That's how hard it hit, right in the middle of.
See, I'm telling you, there's things going on.
You're crazy.
Conspiracy theories with D&D. Yeah, I want to hear about this. By the way, while you're doing that, we had an Equinox, a 2013 Equinox. I wish we still had it, because then it'd be paid off. But we called it the Q, right? The Q. All of y'all go get in the Q. Are we taking the Q? Very easy to say and everything like that. Well, anyway, for reasons not to be discussed that have to do with the Honda S2000, I sold the Equinox, the Q, and recently, I guess 3 years ago, I bought her another Equinox, a 2019 Equinox. But we thought, okay, well, we'll call it the Q, and then it was like, no, because it's not the Q.
It's something else.
It's not. It's like the Q became personified. You know what I mean? So we can't name this Equinox the Q because, it's not the Q. The other car was the Q. So we don't have a name for this one. I just call it the Equinox. What? And my car is my car. I've never named cars. I've never named a single car. Isn't that weird? Except for the Equinox.
My kids did. I didn't, but I think my kids have always named cars.
Anyway, did you find the picture?
Yeah, I sent them to you.
You sent them to me.
3 pictures.
Right. 3 pictures. Oh my goodness, David.
So look at the one from the back first, where you can see the tree stump.
Wait a second. The tree is completely. It's like 10 foot from where it broke.
Yeah, and actually you can see she's in the second spot. She's not even in the first spot, but she's right behind the tree. So then, but it hit right in the middle of the top and then slid to the left. So you can see
I can see that.
Yeah, and you can see.
Okay, so the tree was so big.
It smashed.
That it didn't like lean over on the car. It literally fell on top of the roof.
Yeah, it broke and fell.
Wow.
Yeah. So of course our first thing was, we're so glad you weren't in that car. Obviously wouldn't have happened. But so Bailey, if you remember Bailey's super organized. She's very.
I remember Bailey. Who's Bailey, David?
Yes.
Who's Bailey?
She's super. When she studies for something, it's the note cards.
Right.
She's a calendar. She loves her calendar. She fills it out, all that kind of stuff. Well, she's calling us, or I'm calling her after I saw the pictures. I said, have you stopped crying yet so I can call you? So I called her, and she said, well, the problem is I fly to Philadelphia tomorrow for a conference.
Oh, no.
And I've got to leave this car like this. So we go through
it's going to get rained on and everything.
Well, yeah. Well, they immediately covered. Her neighbors came out and they immediately helped her cover the sunroof. Made sure it was. They opened the doors and they closed the doors with the tarp in it, whatever. She texted her agent, and then we're like, if you haven't heard back in the next hour, you need to go ahead and file a claim. At least get that done with the company. So I'm not even sure what the company's name is, but her insurance company has been awesome.
Oh yeah,
just awesome. They said, go to Philadelphia. We'll have a rental car for you when you come back. Nice. We'll take care of that. And then they're like,
you know why they're awesome with a rental car? Why? Because you pay for rental car insurance.
Exactly. So not only, and of course it was totaled because they don't not total cars anymore. But I told her, I said, you don't want that fixed because if there's going to be a little crack you don't see that comes back, there's going to be something that leaks. There's going to be something. You don't want that fixed, especially your roof. There's going to be stuff wrong with it. So her insurance policy is so good that she is getting, her insurance policy said, I hope I'm not sharing too much information, but her insurance policy said you will get the blue book value of a car 1 year newer.
Right. Yeah.
Well, she also had a clause in her insurance policy that said if it happens within 24 months, you'll get full value of a car newer.
Nice.
Yeah. So her insurance agent, who's a friend of hers, looked out for her.
Yeah.
Put that clause in there for her. So that's pretty awesome. And I'll tell you afterwards how much because I don't like to, it's somebody else's money.
Yeah, you don't want to do that on here.
So anyway,
it's worth having good insurance.
She went to Philadelphia for a work conference. And she was going to fly home, but she's made calls. She's been super organized. She is driving here right now because she's already got the money being wired to her. And she's going to take care of her loan for that car and then take whatever's left and use it as a down payment on a new loan for a new car. Her insurance agent has already got her appointment with the Honda dealership here of a friend of his. And she's already got an appointment for Saturday to go look at a new car. And I'm telling you, I'm so proud of her I don't know how I would have reacted in that situation. Well, I don't remember she's in her late 20s now, and she's super organized and smart, but still, it's a brand new car. It's a heartbreaker. But
so the insurance company didn't ask her why she bought a chainsaw the night before the storm?
No, that didn't come up.
Okay. All right.
Trust me, this car is her other child. So yeah, it was pretty heartbroken. She loves this car.
Man. Wow. Connie got in a wreck and apparent, and I've already told you all this, so I won't go into all that, but it still hasn't been fixed. All the parts are available except for the hood.
Yeah.
The hoods are either made in Canada or Mexico. They got and they don't interact. They don't. One doesn't work where the other one does. Her car was made in Mexico, so she has to have the Mexico-made hood, and it hasn't come in. You can get Canadian hoods all over the world, all over the place, all the time. You can't get the Mexican hoods for some reason. So we're still waiting, but it's drivable and everything. So, but anyway, so the last thing, I don't understand why this is happening. I can leave my house and go to Walmart. No. I can leave my house and go to downtown, and this doesn't happen. I can leave my house and go in the direction I would go to work or Walmart or whatever. And at the, exact spot on the road, almost every single time I drive that way, my sound system doesn't completely go off, but Sirius will go out or my subwoofer goes out and I've got to like do all kinds of weird stuff to get it back on. Something happens with my radio every single time. Almost every single time I drive through this one spot. But it doesn't happen if I go another direction, if I go a different way, but it happens right there.
So the common denominator is the spot.
Yes.
Like the Area 51 of Alabama.
Exactly.
So your Sirius radio is satellite connected. So I can understand that getting knocked out. But how does your subwoofer get knocked out?
I know. It's weird.
That's electric, isn't it? I mean, you just connect it to your car.
Yeah. It's directly connected to my battery.
But does it get disconnected from the Sirius radio, or does it like?
No. Okay. So what'll happen is you have this nice full sound in your car, because subwoofers. I'm not using a subwoofer to that. It just gives a nice full sound, and all of a sudden your sound becomes, I'm so in love with you, instead of I'm so in love.
Oh.
So it's just like all my speakers start sounding terrible and everything. And if I do different, like if I switch inputs, if I go from Sirius XM to CarPlay and play something on CarPlay, then it works. If I was on CarPlay whenever it happened and I switched to Sirius, it works. So it's like, it's not just when I'm listening to Sirius, no matter what I'm listening to. If I'm listening to an audiobook through CarPlay and I'm driving along, all of a sudden I can barely hear it. Same spot, David.
Is that spot, does it happen to be located in a town called Hawkins, Alabama?
No.
Okay.
I have not started Stranger Things. I don't know why I'm not doing it yet, but I just...
The first season?
No, David. You and I did a whole podcast about the first season.
Oh, that's right. We did. What was that? I didn't listen to that one either.
Rewind, Fast Forward was what the name of that podcast was.
Oh, my gosh. You haven't started season 4?
No.
It's the best season.
Is it?
By far. It feels like a movie compared to the other series.
Well, I'm going to wait till the new TV comes in, which is tomorrow morning.
And because tonight, when Bailey's going to come here tonight for dinner, and we're going to do a little marathon of so season 4 is broken up into what, like 6 or 7 episodes?
Yeah.
And then 2 long episodes, like 2 little movies. They're like, it's 4 hours. So we got 4 hours of Stranger Things to watch.
They're not splitting it up like they do all the time with other series, like Better Call Saul, split up.
No, because it's on Netflix, so it all dropped.
Ozark is on Netflix.
Didn't that all drop at once?
No, Ozark did. First half dropped at once.
Oh, yeah.
And the second half drops later.
Yeah, Stranger Things did that. It dropped about a month and a half ago, and today the second half dropped.
Oh, okay.
They split season 4, yes, into 2 parts. But the second part is like 2 2-hour episodes.
Gotcha.
Whereas the first part was like 7 1-hour episodes.
So is it over? Like if I wanted to binge it, I could binge all the episodes?
Yes, for season 4. And there's one more season 5 coming out. I think
they're doing another season?
Yeah. At the quality of this one, I'm glad they are.
Wait, okay. When did season 4 come out?
Like a month ago, month and a half ago.
Really? And they're doing another one. I didn't think they were doing another one.
Yeah. They're going to
Man, they're all going to be in their 20s.
The 5's going to
probably already are.
5's going to be it.
Okay. Also, are they handling the fact that these kids have aged 3 years since the season 3?
Well, season 4 is high school. They're all in high school, and they look high school age. In fact, they still look young.
Okay.
But it does pick up right after the last one. They're just older.
Yeah. Well, because I remember from season 1 to season 2, it was like season 1 started, I think, at Christmas time, and season 2 started at Christmas time. So it was like, okay, a whole year. That's why the kids look a year older.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the seasons after that, but
season 3 comes after that. Yeah.
No, I don't remember if they did that, you butthead. I don't remember if they did that. Children, if you're listening, do not call people buttheads unless you've been friends for 30 years. Anyway, so.
Yeah, season 4 is probably the best season. It's written. I don't want to say it's written on a mature level. It's just very smart writing. It's really, really well made writing. And it's really good. It's really good.
I think what it is I'm watching Lincoln Lawyer with Connie, and I don't want to be like, I've got to watch Stranger Things, because Connie doesn't want to watch Stranger Things. So
it's funny because I wasn't really that excited for the new season of Stranger Things, because after the last season I was like, okay, here we go again. It's so much better than I thought it was going to be. But Lincoln Lawyer, I had 2 problems with Lincoln Lawyer. One was Cisco.
What about Cisco?
He should not be with that blonde girl.
Oh yeah, that is a classic case of
that's a horrible mismatch. Yes. Yeah. I like his character.
What's funny is that they were kissing the other day in the episode, and I went, no, that just doesn't. No,
exactly. Mm-hmm. But I do like the fact that Lincoln Lawyer is still friends with her, works with her very well, and friends with his ex-wife. I do like that they kept the relationships, and they do it on a smart level. The other problem I have is that there are moments later in the season that feel very Hallmarkish, And I'm like, oh, come on, don't go there. Yeah, it's good. I like the main actor. I love Neve Campbell, and I like the other people in it. But there's a couple Hallmark moments, but it was good. It was a good series.
You've already watched the whole series?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, it's a good series.
Well, so as soon as we started watching it, I was like, I don't know what book I'm going to read next, and I had 2 Audible credits.
Yeah.
So I went and found a book from the Lincoln Lawyer series by Michael Connolly, and I really enjoyed it. So I've started another one, and I'm really enjoying it.
I didn't know it was a series. I knew there was a movie, but I didn't know there was a series. But I do.
In fact, the one I just listened to had Harry Bosch in it also.
Nice. So I do like how smart he is as a lawyer. I do appreciate that. He's really smart when it comes to being a lawyer.
Yeah.
But we picked up Epics, and I know we're about done, but we picked up Epics for about a month or so. We watched Billy the Kid. We watched Deep State, 2 seasons. And then now we're watching Condor with William Hurt. And it's got Jeremy Irons' son, Max Irons, in it. That's pretty good. It's kind of another government conspiracy type movie show thing.
Yeah.
So, but tonight is all Stranger Things.
Well, I don't know.
Finish Lincoln Lawyer.
We'll be watching Lincoln Lawyer tonight. So
finish Lincoln Lawyer. How many you got left?
I don't know. We're on episode 5 or something.
How do you think it's going to end?
I think he's guilty.
Okay. Guess we'll find out when you finish.
Yep. He may not be guilty, but anyway. All right, man. Whoa, wow.
I know.
We could have kept talking. In fact, we probably will when we start recording.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody. It's been fun. Thanks for listening. See ya.
Bye.